Do you struggle with reactivity? During conflicts, do you ever find yourself in the position where you turn the world against you? Do you run away, shut down, completely isolate yourself, even though really all you want deep down is connection? If you're someone that went through trauma or generally have a difficult time to navigate reactivity, then this video is for you. Today, I would like to talk about self-regulation. I will walk you through different techniques that I use to self-regulate in order to be happier and live a meaningful, fulfilling life. The first technique is meditation. I've meditated since a very young age, and I've experienced a lot of different meditation technique with different difficulty level for different meditator. The easiest way to get into meditation is to go through guided meditation. You can find this on YouTube. There will be a lot of videos for whatever purpose you're trying to achieve, whether it is self-love, self-confidence, reconnecting with yourself, or quieting your mind. Whatever it is, a few minutes a day go a long way. You can choose 10-minute, 20-minute guided meditation technique and just start from there. If you're someone who's more comfortable with meditating on a daily basis, you might not even need to do a whole lot. 15-minute or even just 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. The key is consistency. My meditation session usually consists of clearing my mind, connecting with my breath, and feeling my body. There are a lot of stuck emotion in your body which become chronic pain. As we go through daily lives, there are a lot of chaotic thoughts that contaminate your mind. And so it is very important to practice clearing your mind. You can do this by simply breathing and observing your thought while not allowing your thought to take you away. Once you return to your center, whether it is the blackness in front of your eyelid or the sensation in your body, eventually your mind will clear. And in this clarity, try to maintain that emptiness and nothingness as much as you can. And if your minds wander, that's completely fine. Just return to it and keep focusing on clearing your mind and observing your thoughts. Eventually, this practice will get much and much easier. I was once told by a monk that our mind is like a fan. When you try to turn this fan off, it doesn't always stop immediately. It will take some time to slow down, but eventually it will come to a full stop. In the space of emptiness and nothingness, that's when you can have a reset within your mind, within your psyche, and allow your true self to emerge. There are a lot of different meditation techniques out there, be it vipassana, which is somatic releasing of your body. There's visualization. You can typically visualize a white light entering your body and breathing out the toxin in your body. You can have keywords that trigger this relaxation state. Usually when I say inner peace with my hand put together like this, that's an anchor for me to return to this self-regulated, relaxed manner. I also do vipassana, which is scanning your body and releasing the stuck emotions or feelings that are within your body that's causing you to have chronic pain and headache. Whatever it is, whatever you do, the goal of meditation is to always clear your mind, calm your nervous system, and allow you to have that reset so that you can return to your daily lives and difficult situations with clarity and non-reactivity. I highly recommend that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, try out meditation, be it guided meditation to learn more techniques, or just breathing and observing your thoughts. And even if it's difficult, just do it a little bit at a time. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, increasing to 10 minutes, and do it twice a day Once before you get out of bed and fully wake up, and once before you go to bed. You wouldn't even have to take time out of your schedule in order to do this. And you will see tremendous breakthrough as you start to meditate. Another tool that I use is subliminal and hypnosis. Subliminal and hypnosis are words of affirmation or guided meditation that are created to help you reprogram your mind. As we live our life, there is a lot of programming and limiting beliefs that we've taken on, whether it is through our personal experience or our upbringing or societal conditioning. Whatever it is, there are a lot of things that all of us carry that are not ours and don't belong to our true self. Subliminals help with clearing out the deepest conditioning that is deeply rooted within your subconscious. I started listening to hypnosis and subliminal when I was 18, and the result is amazing. And I've literally seen miracles happen in this space. Instant results, release of blockages. So I highly recommend that you find a subliminal and hypnosis artist that speak to you personally and try using that and testing out to see which subliminal and hypnosis help with your reprogramming. Some of my favorite artists are Paul Santisi, Kelly Howell. They are the OG of hypnosis and subliminal. They use a lot of technique and they have a lot of energy behind their work. Some of my modern artists that I love are Dylan James. There are a lot of modern artists that do subliminal or Reiki in your sleep. I highly recommend that you check them all out and see which work for you. Subliminals and hypnosis are not just words of affirmation. They contain a lot of different techniques to speak to your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind doesn't speak in words. They don't fully understand language. What they understand is emotion and memories. The most powerful hypnosis and subliminals that I've used contain guided meditation with a lot of visualization in there, and the artists seem to know exactly how to do energy work, which go really deep into your psyche and reprogram a lot of limiting belief and conditioning. Find an artist that has really good energy that speak to you. I listen to subliminal and hypnosis every night. When you start doing this, sometimes you see that there are resistance to the hypnosis or subliminal. Sometimes you will have very bad headache. I even feel nauseous sometimes or feel really scared. Other time, it's just literally your phone stopped working or your headset stopped working. For some reason, you just can't listen to it. These are resistance from your subconscious, not willing to change. So there are a few ways to navigate around this. Either you continue to persist through the resistance, meaning you keep trying to listen to the tape until you succeed and you feel better, or you can find different hypnosis artists that's less invasive to your subconscious and slowly reprogram. I will go deeper into subliminal and hypnosis in another video because there's a lot out there. Some artists use crazy technique to pack down the amount of information. They use 3D sound level to enter your subconscious mind and all that stuff. And that could make it really overwhelming at times for you. So if you want to start using subliminal and hypnosis, check out Kelly Howell. She's very gentle on the mind, but her results are really good. And for something deeper, try out Paul Santisi. Other self-regulation techniques that don't require as much commitment as meditation and subliminals hypnosis include just breathing. During time of conflict, try to just slow down. When you're in a conversation that's difficult, just take a long pause and just breathe. Statistics show that in Japan, typically people have 7 to 8 seconds in between people taking turn talking. And I think this is very important because that pause allows you to process what the other person is talking about, as well as formulating your reply in a thoughtful manner. And this will also slow down reactivity. In order to get back to your breathing in your waking life, just try to notice your breathing a little bit more. Just normal breathing, or just take deeper breaths. And while you learn how to breathe, which is crazy because we do breathe 24/7, 7 days a week, but once you start to notice your breathing and you practice noticing your breath, not in difficult conversation, but just anytime, anywhere, you will start to be able to utilize breathing in really difficult conversation and using this as a tool to slow down your reactivity. I also encourage you to try talking to your parts. I highly recommend a book called No Bad Parts. It talks about having different parts within yourself that acts to protect you or to serve certain purpose, and it shows you how to reconnect with these parts in order to move as a team with them instead of having them sabotaging or controlling your mind due to old patterns and wounds that you have experienced in the past. I will have a video showing how to talk to your parts, and so stay tuned in order to help you navigate deeper roots of your issues. But in the meantime, check out No Bad Parts. It's one of the most wonderful books out there that have really helped me on my self-healing journey. On the topic of slowing down, time alone is also a tool that is very useful and often overlooked. In the attachment theory community, certain types tend to shut down and push people away to have that time alone to process and self-regulate. And this can also be a trigger for other types. I recommend that we do alone time in a very conscious and loving manner. You can always ask for alone time and ask for it in a secure, calm manner instead of just claiming it. So instead of just shutting down or running away, try to breathe and just ask. Just say, hey, this is really overwhelming for me. I love you, or like, I care about the situation, but I just need a minute to think. Can I have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 30 minutes to think about this? And most of the time, you will see that people will be more than happy that you are taking your time to think through things carefully and formulate your thoughts. This slows down reactivity while not causing more friction in your relationship when you just shut down and pull away. So now that you've asked for time alone, even if it's just 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or maybe it's like a full day or something like that, try to use this time for other regulation techniques that can help you go deeper into the root of the issue. Journaling is a big thing. When you journal, make sure that you don't just record a negative situation or emotion, but really go down to the root of that issue and truly write down your personal truth or the objective truth of the universe, right? In this space, there will be a lot of insight, revelation. Make sure that you also allow yourself to be vulnerable too. During journaling, I noticed that I tend to swing back and forth between being really vulnerable versus using intellectual bypassing, which means that instead of just really recording my feelings and sharing with my journal how I feel, I just get very intellectual, very spiritual. Everything's connected, everything's fine. Everything's not fine all the time, and that's okay. And there's space for like philosophical and intellectual conversation for sure, but just make sure that you balance out being vulnerable and being intellectual or spiritual or going deeper into the truth of things. Aside from journaling, finding someone to talk to share your feelings with is also very important. Finding a trusted friend that can be that person to give you an objective perspective, someone that you trust will be rational and have your best interest in mind can really help drag you out when you're in the middle of the mud. Having that safe space in a person also allow your nervous system to calm down and regulate, knowing that, okay, this person is a safe space for me to talk about anything. Having that person can cultivate feelings of safety and allow you to return to that safe feeling deep within. If you're in a really lonely space, or you might not, or you just moved to a new city and have no one to talk to, I did feel like ChatGPT helped a lot with that. If you don't like to use ChatGPT, then maybe just journaling also helps a lot. Just like a third space for you to dump everything in there and objectively work out your issues or your triggers, anything like that. Exercise is also an amazing way to release your frustration and anger and channel them into different feelings that might be more conducive to solving conflicts or helping you to navigate issues through life. I love swimming, and I notice that whenever I'm done swimming, I always feel so much clearer and better and happier. For me, it's because swimming incorporates a lot of breathing, and I have to pay attention to my stroke and my swimming a lot. So it becomes a really meditative practice where it's basically waking meditation. You can always try other practice that you find helpful and can act as a form of waking meditation for you, be it doing art or taking pictures or dancing. Another really good activity that fall into exercise is nature walk. It could be a state park, a garden, but my personal favorite is forest and lake. It is because forests and lakes have trees and water. I find myself so much calmer being surrounded by big trees as well as being in front of a body of water. Trees are very grounding, and they're naturally in their God state. They don't push, they don't fight for things. Their timeline is that of the earth. And so if you're somewhere that have access to a forest with really big trees, or being able to be surrounded by trees, I highly recommend that to ground your energy. Lakes, oceans, and body of water tend to help calm my mind and give me that space to just breathe and slow down and reflect. So if you want to exercise, I highly recommend that you also try out forest walk and walking by a lake or a body of water as well. Another exercise that can help you rebuild your sense of safety is to literally find safety within yourself. So how do you do this? You can find things that you associate with safety, like a safe friend, a safe family, or even just strangers that have given you that feeling of safety. You can think of safe memories. There is an exercise that I learned from personal development school, and it is to list out 10 memories that make you feel safe deep within. You can write out these memories, you can record them, you can read them or re-listen to your recording. You can try doing this for 21 days, but really just any amount of time that you spend trying to rebuilding your safety is good. You can also find safe music, safe food that makes you feel safe when you eat them, that gives you a sense of comfort. Find safe places, be it a forest or the corner of your room or just like a hug that you're giving yourself. That could also be your safe places. Maybe it is a forum online or like somewhere like for your journal, just anywhere that you feel safe and associate safety with. Once you do all that, you can also try to find the feeling of safety located within your body. For me, it's usually the back of my spine, or for some people, it could just be like their pinky finger or just like a random place on their thigh or anywhere like that. Whatever it is, you can find that one spot that have the safe feeling in your body. Focus on that. And once you've felt that completely, and you can expand that feeling within your body. That's all of the self-regulation technique that I have today. There's a lot more, and as you learn more about self-regulation, there will always be more technique. I highly recommend that you keep looking for the best technique for you, and also just try to keep it simple. Just don't overthink it. Just know that you got this. You are now an adult. You can self-regulate, and you can provide yourself that love and safety that you really need instead of seeking it elsewhere. And you can really provide that love and safety for yourself. I will also include some materials that I've created for self-regulation technique down in the link below as well. So just make sure that you check that out. Thank you so much. Let's live consciously.